Hey everyone. Sunday afternoon, studio day for me. Try and put in a few hours while I can. It's snowing outside. I don't know if you can see. I'll show you, just so you can see. Just so anybody who's viewing this in a warm climate can see the suffering that I am dealing with right now. There she is. I don't know if it's adjusting. Yeah. Yeah. So there we go. That's what we have. So I'm sitting at my studio. I'm not very talkative because I had a rough night last night. Went out for a Christmas party. We're out drinking till 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm not a young man anymore, so it takes a little bit more time to recoup. Anyways, enough of that. So I'm working on this commission I had shown you the other day. This is the status of it. I'm really loose with the paint on this one. I don't usually get this loose, and when I mean loose is really chunky, broad brush strokes, and to try and define form through the brush strokes and the lighting and the shadow. Usually I'm a lot more refined, a little more detail oriented. See some past work like this guy. This one's loose. You could argue this is loose, but there's no directional brush strokes or anything on it. Even on this one, there's really no directional brush strokes. It's just sort of blending and then more of a graphic-y look. But back in the day when I was in university, I used to paint very loose like this. So I'm kind of channeling that. Now, I'm really happy with this. I mean, I've got some more details to do, but the face is looking really good. And I'm putting some color down. I've got to work on this area today. And then I'll go in and I'll probably add some detail. Now, the great thing that I've been doing, I bought an iPad with the Apple Pen. And I've been taking photos of my art while I work on it. It's going to see. And then what I do is I paint on it, sort of, and experiment with sort of chunks and composition. So most of this, if I hide this layer, you can see this is what it would look like when I came in the studio today. Took a picture and just played around. This is an amazing tool. If you can do this, and the reason I say it's amazing, obviously for many reasons, the technology is great, but you can kind of experiment without messing up your painting and then sort of block in your colors and then use that as your reference. So now, I mean, I'm not even using a reference image anymore. Well, I used, to paint this painting, I had several reference images and I made a digital painting with it, really a sketch. And I used that to, here I guess I could show that. So that was my original sketch through a bunch of images. Wow, yeah. So that's how I got the composition in the background. That's how I laid everything out, and that's what I sent to the client. Minus these big brown things. I think I messed up somewhere along the way, but I sent that to the client and had the client approve that composition, and some of the palette was in that composition. So point of that is this is such a cool way to work, and I've only started working that way the last few paintings, so I could see how this is going to change a lot of things for me. So I'm going to get very loose with my paintings from now on, big brush strokes and some more bold colors, and just let the painting live a little bit more instead of controlling everything so much. So that's what I'm doing today. I'm checking in. The print sales are going. I mean, I have some nice